Morning and welcome back to the channel. I'm Daniela, this is Matteo. I'm just waiting to drop him off for school today, and then I'm going to do a cooking video with you and cook something I've never made before, but it looks super tasty that I found the recipe for. So we're going to take him to school, I'm going to pop to Aldi, get the ingredients, and then we're going to go home and make it. Right, okay. So I've got the ingredients this morning from Aldi, and this is what we're going to need. So we're going to need some diced beef, lean as possible, 2 chopped onions, we are going to need some black pepper, salt, baked beans, carrots and potatoes. So we are going to be making a beef hot pot bake. I've never made this before, so I'm having to use my laptop to follow the recipe because I don't want to get it wrong. The only one ingredient that it says to put in it is 2 bay leaves, but I couldn't find any bay leaves anywhere, so we just have to go without the bay leaves. Other ingredients that I forgot about: Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, that's how you say it, isn't it? Right, so we're going to get started. This recipe is done all in one of these big dishes. So again, something that I love, being a busy mum, stick it all in one dish and then leave it to cook, because that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. I'm going to prepare it, make it, put it in the oven, go on school run, come home, and it should be done, or nearly, well, it'll be done about 5 o'clock, 5, half 5. So let's get cracking. So this is a cinnamon roll recipe, but I'm sure you can make it and eat it even if you're not doing the plan. It's just a nice comfort food. So it says to put the 750 grams of lean beef into the dish. So that is what I'm doing. It's all lean. Get rid of that in the sink. Wash my hands. So that is in the dish. Then it says, oh, I need to make the beef stock. So I'm going to use Oxo Cube for flavour. You can use any beef stock. I've put the camera down like this so you can actually see what I'm doing for a minute. With 300 millilitres of water. That's about 300. I did something really silly. I put the plastic mixing jug in the dishwasher. It said it was dishwasher safe, but it obviously wasn't, because yeah, it cracked and split. So note to self, it's not dishwasher safe. So at least I've got my blender things, and it's quite good because it has the measurements on the side. So that's that done. We don't need those anymore. So it says we need to finely chop 2 onions. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to finely chop these onions. It says 2 large onions, it says. I'm probably going to end up crying. Sometimes I use the frozen ones from, you know, that you can buy in the bags, just because it's easy and it's quick, and I don't use a lot of onions, so I just they tend to go off. But I've started keeping them in the fridge now, and they do keep a bit longer. So I've been using things like spring onions and things like that in my dishes. So when I want onion in something, it's quick just to go to the freezer, get it out and put it in your dish. So yeah, these aren't too bad at the moment. So I'm just gonna chop these onions. My husband hates the way I hold a knife and do things with it. He worries. Says I'm going to cut my finger off. Especially the way I peel potatoes. Drop a comment down below if you peel your potatoes with a potato peeler or whether you use a knife. I just find it so easy to do it with a knife. So I am going to quickly put you on a time lapse because you don't want to see me chopping the onions. So that is now the onions and the carrots and the beef in the dish. I haven't chopped the potatoes yet because that's the last thing to go on. Beef, carrots, we need place the beef, onions, carrots and flour in a baking dish. So we need 1 tablespoon of flour. And this is where the sins come from the flour. So I'm guessing I'm doing it right. And then they said mix it round. Right, there we go. Like so. Right, so now once that's done, we can add the beef stock. The baked beans. Any baked beans will do. These are just Aldi's Finest. This recipe will serve up to 4 people. Or you can batch cook it and put it in the freezer because that's what I'm going to do. That's what I do with all my Cineworld recipes. I batch cook them. I put them in the freezer. So that's what it looks like now. And then Worcestershire sauce. Bit of Worcestershire sauce. Don't know how much you're supposed to put in. It just says Worcestershire sauce. So I like Worcestershire sauce. I'll give it a bit of flavour. And then it says to stir well. So there we go. Right, that's that. And then I'm going to add some black pepper. And I'm going to add, oh, this is a new salt. Never get in these. Excuse me for a minute while I just try to get into this salt. There we go. No, I'm still not in it. And I'm still not in it. Why not? Why am I not? Can I not get the lid off? Oh, there we go. Right, now I'm going to add some salt. And then I'm going to give it another quick stir around as I put the seasoning in. So now it's time to peel the potatoes. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to put that on a quick time lapse because you need 600 grams of potatoes. I'm using the Mary Piper ones. I'm guessing any potatoes would be fine. Potato's a potato, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with them when I come back. Right, so that is all the potatoes sliced, I hope. I've just dropped them on the floor. Right, so let's see what we've got to do with them now. So we've got to put them on top of our mix. I just hope I've done enough. So you want to cut them so they're about that thick. Okay. Go down there. Right. This looks really nice already, and it's not even cooked yet. I just hope it's going to be tasty. I think it should be. And I'm going to have this with some vegetables, probably some carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, and some kale. It's weigh day tomorrow, so yep, got to get that speed food in. If you're not on Slimming World, you won't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, if you are, you will. So I'm trying to like have different meals rather than just a lot of salad all the time. And it was so cold this morning, there was ice on the car, and I was not expecting that. So yeah, I thought a hearty meal like this for tonight. Hearty, filling, comfort foodie. Just trying to... Yeah, comfort food at its finest. I love comfort food. Don't you? So, nearly finished these. Also, after you've seen this being made, if you decide to give it a go and make it, drop a comment below and tell me what you thought of it. Let's fill up a few of the little gaps. The picture doesn't show the gaps being filled, but I'm just going to fill them up anyway. There we go. So, and we also need tin foil because we need to wrap it in tin foil, and then we need to put it in the oven on 180 fan or 160 or oven 180 if it's a fan, 160, which mine is, or if you've got using gas, it's gas mark 4. So give it our tin foil. I'm just going to put a bit of seasoning over the potatoes as well, just a little bit more. A bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt, make it extra tasty. Never have too much seasoning. So that's wrapped in foil, ready to go in the oven when I go to school run in an hour or so. So I'm going to pop that in the oven just as I'm leaving the door to go to school run. I'm going to put it on the 160 because I've got a fan. And then after 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on how the potatoes are cooking, you need to take off the foil and then put it back in the oven. Again, just to crisp up the potatoes. So I will see you when we're doing that next step. So it's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours since I put the dish into the oven. Now I'm going to check on it and then put the oven up to high. So let's have a look. Take the foil off. There we go. That looks so good. Really, really good. I'm going to take the foil off now and I'm going to put it back in the oven. Right, so I've just taken it out of the oven. Look how delicious that looks. The potatoes have gone all nice and crispy. And I'm looking forward to trying this now. Just waiting for some kale to boil to have on the side with it. And some carrots, cauliflower and some broccoli. So yeah, that is the beef and bean hot pot bake. So if you've enjoyed my content today, please give us a thumbs up, ding dong that bell for notifications, share my content and please subscribe to the channel. I'd be very grateful. Thanks for watching and let me know if you try it.